For many families, including my own, we're struggling with varying food allergies and intolerances within the same family, and we don't all have the same intolerances, and some of us don't have any. As a mom of 7, I have struggled with this very problem, and today I'd like to give you 5 meal planning strategies that help you overcome the frustration and difficulty of coming up with a reasonable meal plan for the whole family. I'd like to thank subscriber Jamie Burton for asking for this video, because when I went out on YouTube looking for what other people were saying, I didn't find one video. So let's get right into the strategies. First, brainstorm foods that everyone in the family can eat. We have found that with just adding something like tamari sauce in place of soy sauce, our whole family can eat many Asian recipes. The same holds true when we're just eating meat, vegetable, and potato or rice. Once you have that list, consider things that you can eat buffet style. Some of our family favorites would be nachos, tacos, burrito bowls, Cobb salad. There's many things that you can use a buffet style and put in those substitutions for the person that can't eat what is typical. For example, 2 of the intolerances that some in our family struggle with is an intolerance to gluten and an intolerance to dairy. So in order for me to have nachos or tacos or burrito bowls, I make sure I'm using corn chips or corn taco shells. I make sure I have an organic black bean so I don't have to worry about what's in it. And then I use Daiya Cheese for the dairy-free people that need cheese. And then we can have our regular cheese. I just set them in separate bowls. And then even if I need to make 2 separate types of meat, I could just put it all in bowls on our kitchen island, and people can go around buffet style and take the things that they want. And of course, everyone can eat the vegetables and the rice. This idea also works well with Cobb salad. I can have the base of the salad in a bowl, and then all of the extras I just put in separate little bowls, and then we go around the table as a buffet. And if you think of different things that your family enjoys that you could turn into a buffet style, it's actually a lot of fun for the family. I'm pretty sure when my family's eating Mexican food this way, they're pretending they're at Chipotle. Even a time when we just need to have a quick sandwich, I just make sure I have a substitute bread for the ones that can't eat typical bread. Third, brainstorm foods that you can make that mirror each other. This is more labor intensive, but you can all eat the same basic menu, but you're making 2 forms of it. One for the people who eat a typical diet and one for the person who's more limited. If I'm making a normal pasta dish or a lasagna, I make sure I have gluten-free noodles and Daiya cheese in the house so that I can make those substitutions for the person that can't eat what is typical. You can apply this to many different dishes, and I highly recommend doing some research and getting some good cookbooks into the house, or doing some research on Pinterest. For pizza, I have both purchased the Daiya frozen pizza, and I have made my own pizza with gluten-free flour and Daiya cheese. Next, brainstorm go-to meals that you can prep ahead of time. I'm just being honest here. I try as much as possible to all eat the same thing, or to make minor adjustments to serve buffet style, to mirror meals and make the same thing in 2 forms, but there are just times that isn't going to work. And so I have found it is really helpful to have a food prep day where you're either prepping full meals or at least pieces of meals when you don't have time to prep a full meal. Even if you're just cooking rice for the whole week, chopping vegetables that you know are going to get eaten, preparing fruits, cooking some chicken up ahead, things that are basic staples you could be doing ahead of time, or if you have a good plan, you could be putting up some freezer meals, or even cooking some things that will stay in the refrigerator and get eaten right away. However you choose to do it, if you do what you can, just know what you're doing puts you ahead of where you'd be if you did nothing. And so if you could put aside some time to food prep, I have found that really helps me from burning out and getting exhausted in the middle of the week. My fifth and favorite strategy is to brainstorm meals that you can teach your kids to cook so that they can eventually be independent and help you. Sometimes it's great to have them help you at first in the food prep day because you're not feeling like it has to be done by a certain time. You're not feeling under pressure. My kids love paging through cookbooks and finding recipes that they would like to try, and I show them how I want them to list out the ingredients so that I can put them on the grocery list. We actually have a grocery list that they can be adding things to as well, and over time they learn to do the meal planning and they learn to list out the ingredients, check for ingredients in the house, write what we don't have, and at times they're going to the grocery store and I'm even having them help me with the shopping and getting those ingredients, and then I help them cook, and it's really helping their math skills and it's helping them with organization, so many more skills than just meal planning and cooking. When you have kids in the home that do struggle with food intolerances or allergies, it really helps them to be their own advocate and to help pick out that food. It can be a really tough adjustment when a kid finds out that they can't have a whole category of food, and it makes it hard for them when they go to restaurants, it makes it hard when they go to friends' houses, and it makes it hard if they can't have the food that they really love. But it also is so helpful when they can start finding foods that they enjoy and learning how to prepare those foods. I just think it's very encouraging to them as well, knowing that they can manage their struggles and come through it better, come through it knowing more, and find different types of food that they love. If you have any additional questions, please let me know in the comments below, as well as any video ideas you have. As always, please know God loves you so much, and I love you too, and I can't wait to see you next time.